Morning. I play video games for a living, and I'm gonna take you guys through what my day looks like because my guess is it's a lot different than what you'd expect. So it's been about a year and a half since I did one of these videos, and honestly, a lot has changed kind of my day-to-day life since then. And even, my schedule's changed, but even kind of how I'm starting to make a living has also shifted some too. So I always start my day off with a walk in the morning, and part of that is because it just kind of helps me wake up, get the blood flow going, all that good stuff. But I try to walk a lot because, I have a very sedentary job. I play video games for a living. So I try to balance, my job with some activity. The big difference now though, versus the last time I did this video was that I used to not wake up till like 9 a.m. or so, and I was up late, whereas now I'm up at a more normal time, usually up between like 6:30 and 7 and going to bed early. So it's a more normal schedule, and I just kind of feel better doing that. So I live in Ohio, and this is a really bad year for cicadas, and there's just like a bunch just all over the path. I'm not sure how well you guys can hear it, but it's not too loud right now because it's the morning, but during the day, it is legit deafening with how loud the cicadas have been this year. So lately I've been working out in the mornings. Again, just really nice to kind of start the day off with that. So already had my pre-workout, some Ghost Legend, and then I'm gonna make my kind of intra-workout drink, which is basically creatine, some BCAAs, and some good old powdered Gatorade. So the best part about my house, or kind of my favorite part, is that my gym is in my basement. If you guys watched the last time I did this video, we had recently upgraded the gym, but now we have upgraded once again, and yeah, it's pretty awesome right now. So as you can see, this is my gaming area where I do streams, recording, all that fun stuff. So we've got the 4 monitors. It is a dual PC setup. So gaming PC is right here. This is a 4090 9800X3D CPU. And then we have my stream PC back over here. It's nothing crazy. It's like a 3060 or something. And then you got the hand cam up there. We've got my nice Sony camera with my teleprompter. And we've got the wall of controllers, all of my aim controllers. So we go back to my first ever aim controller about probably 4 years ago now. And then each controller is basically when they came out with a new piece of technology and I got to try something. So this is when I got my first custom design. This is when they came out with the custom face plates that you can pop the plates off and change the design. That was my second design, which is a limited edition. And then my current controller is my favorite because it has the new TMR sticks, they're Hall effects to where they don't get any stick drift. However, they're way more precise. They just feel way more accurate than normal Hall effects. So if you need a controller, code TCaptainX at aimcontrollers.com. And then the gym has changed significantly. So we put fresh coat of paint on the walls. The ceiling used to be like green. So we painted it's unfinished, but it is a nice black. And then the floors are fully rubber tiled, cut into the wall so it looks good. And then had the rack the last time. So the rack is not new. We did change it up. So full squat rack here, lots of weights. Got 2 different barbells. We've got the lat pull down in row machine. So you can sit on the ground and do rows. Had that one the last time. Treadmill is not new either. However, this machine is my new kind of favorite piece here. So this is a dual cable machine, and you can just move this into multiple different positions. There's different attachments. Just allows you to do a million different things. From rep, it has been a ton of fun to finally have a machine like this in the gym. So currently the split I'm following is a upper lower rest, push, pull, legs, rest, and repeat. It's actually, got it from Jeff Nippard. I do like it. This is definitely the hardest I have been lifting probably ever. And I've seen some great gains over the last year or so. And as you can tell, I'm definitely very into fitness. So I actually, the end of last year, got certified as a personal trainer, which has kind of been a new little business venture for me as well. So when I first got into the whole content creation thing, which would have been about 2020 when COVID hit, Warzone hit. At the time, I was in awesome shape because I was an ex-college athlete. I played college football at a small school. But then, I quickly lost a lot of that. It didn't take long for me to kind of lose everything that I had built because I was only gaming and I was super focused on building my channel. And at the time I was still working full-time as a nurse. So it was like, go to work at the hospital, come home and game. And that's literally all I did. But in 2022, when we moved here and also when Warzone 2 hit, I was like, I was depressed probably for the first time ever, and I was out of shape. So I needed to do something. So since then, it's, you know, fitness has become another huge part of my life. I'm very thankful it is. And like I said, it's even bigger now because now I've started a fitness channel. So we've got the TFitX channel. It's TFitX on YouTube and TFit.X on Instagram if you guys are interested in fitness stuff. And then I basically have been juggling kind of these two jobs between content creation, and then now I'm also starting to build my online personal training clientele and business, which that has been it's been so much fun. It feels super rewarding to do that. So a lot of the times when I'm lifting in the morning, I'm also trying to record content. So I'm usually trying to, you know, kill two birds with one stone kind of thing and get my lift in, but also, you know, record videos and, you know, just provide education to people on how they can get in better shape. Whew. So today's my pool day, so back in buys basically. This is the last week of this mesocycle. I've been lifting really heavy, like sets of reps of like 5 to 8 mostly, but I've had some great gains. This is definitely the strongest I've been probably ever in my life actually. So yeah, it's been good, but I am in need of a much needed deload next week. All right, so I got to introduce you guys to all the animals. So we got Phoenix, our cat, and we've got our two dogs. We've got Captain and Sarge. Captain is the retriever, Sarge is the golden doodle, and Captain is actually the father of Sarge, like actually the father. And then over there in my neighbor's yard, you can barely see her, is my cat, Nova. They're kind of indoor-outdoor cats. She is a little blurry, but that's her roaming around. All right, so just showered, made breakfast. Got kind of the go-to here. So I have got 2 pieces of sourdough with some like fruit spread on it. We've got 4 eggs with ground turkey, mushrooms, bell peppers, and onions mixed in. And then we've got some oatmeal with almond butter and honey. As you can tell, I do eat a lot. I'm currently at the end of my bulk, so I'm eating 3,400 calories a day right now. And then after my deload, we're gonna start my cut and try to really, you know, lean out for summer.
What you realize is, now there's a lot going on in this video. I'm unable to play the game because I've seen what happens when you do get shadow banned and put all 4 of them actually getting released.
All right, so it's about 10 a.m. and now it is actually time to get to work, and we're at the you know, the office or the setup. First, when I usually sit down, I'm usually looking to upload different videos that I have. I work with a few different editors, so posting those to my various different social media accounts. And you know, right now I'm basically managing like 8 accounts between you know, TCaptainX and then also my TFitX channels. After I've got videos posted, then I'm usually starting to plan, script, and record other videos. I do some of my own editing, especially on simpler videos, but I do work with a team of both editors and a thumbnail designer, and that helps me out a ton just because it's very time consuming to do all that. And so it allows me to focus more and more the just creating and streaming process instead of editing. And throughout the day, I'm usually also answering texts and calls from my personal training clients, making updates to their training programs, nutrition plans, etc. I don't really have a set time for when I do my personal training stuff. It's just as things come up, then I deal with it. Except for Sundays. Sundays are my dedicated check-in day, and that's where we do all of our weekly check-ins for my clients. I will say it's definitely been very tricky to balance the two, but I genuinely love the personal training stuff. So, you know, I don't mind it by me. It doesn't feel like it's a job or anything really. And to be very open and honest here, one of the big reasons I started the online personal training business was, 1, out of just pure passion, I really enjoy it, but 2, the financial kind of security component for my long-term career. So my original degree is a bachelor's of science in nursing. I worked as an RN for about 7 years at a major hospital here in Ohio, but I'm no longer working at the moment as a nurse, although I am still able to maintain my license and keep it active in case I wanted to fall back on it. Most of you watching this already know that the game I create content around is Call of Duty Warzone. And Call of Duty has a tendency to be very up and down. And this past year with Black Ops 6 has definitely been a down year. Interest in the game, very, very low compared to last year and years prior. And that's definitely affected things like, you know, my income and even just kind of my passion for wanting to create content around it. I definitely tie a lot of my self-worth and even my mood to how my content is performing. So, you know, this year it's been frustrating to say the least. I could go back to being a nurse if I needed to, but I can't lie, I absolutely love the ability to be my own boss and have complete control of my schedule. So plus I actually really enjoy the personal training stuff way more than I did nursing. which is kind of why I went that route instead. And long term, I do think it's something I can do for many years to come because honestly, I am 30 years old now. I don't know how long I'll be able to keep gaming for a living. People then say, well, why don't you just switch games? And it's something I've definitely considered, but it is really hard to do because I've built my entire audience from Call of Duty only. And so people follow me for Call of Duty. And so it's kind of like starting over, but there are some games on the horizon that, I'm seriously looking and considering, jumping into if things make sense. So we'll see what the future holds. But if you're interested in improving your health and fitness through sustainable habits, I'll leave a link in the description where you can apply for a free consultation for me with personal training. The vast majority of my current personal training clients are other gamers themselves, and we've made some awesome positive changes on a lot of people already. All right, so a little bit atypical lunch today. Did not meal prep this weekend, and sometimes for dinner we just make extra for the night before, but we tried something new last night. We didn't make extra. So I'm just gonna make a giant smoothie because also liquid calories are just easier to get in. I'm at the point in the bulk where it's just whatever I gotta do to get the calories in. So normally during lunchtime, I just chill for a little bit, watch YouTube, listen to a podcast. Main podcasts I listen to are Mind Pump, and then also probably Modern Wisdom would be kind of my top two that I go between. Most of the YouTube I watch isn't really gaming related. It tends to be more fitness type stuff. And then normally once I'm done eating lunch, I'll try to go for another short walk. It is currently raining today though, so we might skip out on that. So biggest hobbies outside of lifting and gaming, obviously, got our motorcycles. So this is mine. This is a 2024 Kawasaki Ninja ZX6R. And then this was my old bike, which is now my wife's. This is a 2023 to 400cc. So got the matching green colors, of course. I also do play in a softball league. So here's my softball bat. Do a little bit of fishing, got the, let's not comment on how messy my garage is, but we've got my fishing pole there. And I also do enjoy more regular biking as well. We have a lot of bike trails around us, so do a lot of stuff like that. And then, just the usual hanging out with friends and family. All right, it's a little before 2 p.m. and gonna get set up to stream here. I normally stream about Monday through Friday, usually 2 to 5 p.m.-ish. So if you wanna catch one, come check one out. All right, hi guys. We are here on stream. Chat, everyone say hi to YouTube. You're gonna be on YouTube, say hi. We're playing some Warzone, trying to get some Heiko games, have some fun with the community. You guys wanna come check out a stream? Come on down. All right, it is dinner time. Tonight we have got, these are like salmon bowls. It kind of looks weird. It's just basically 2 salmon fillets, a bunch of rice. There's some green peas in there, and then barbecue sauce. So really simple, but really good to make. Usually in the evenings, wife and I, try to make dinner together, hang out, chill, maybe watch a show. It's summer, so we're hanging outside. You can probably hear all the freaking cicadas right now. I'm not sure how much my mic is canceling it out. And yeah, we usually, take the dogs for a walk, throw the frisbee, throw the ball with them, that kind of thing. Occasionally go on motorcycle rides, stuff like hang out with friends, that kind of stuff in the evenings. So tonight, a little bit atypical night. Usually after dinner, we just kind of hang out, chill, relax, nothing crazy. But tonight I have my softball games, and we have 2 really late games tonight. We've been 8:30 and then 9:30. So normally I'm honestly in bed by like 9:30 p.m. But I'll definitely be up late tonight. So, I'll probably sleep in a little bit tomorrow. And yeah, so hopefully we're gonna get some wins and hit some dingers.
There you go. You're up. Woo! There you go, babe.
All right, so softball games ended up getting canceled. We got almost through the first game, then it got stormed out. We were winning, and I did go 2 for 2, so it was a pretty good night. So got back home a little bit earlier, at least. Usually at night, just kind of chill out, watch a show. I'm currently watching The Expanse, which is on Prime. It's like a space scientific type, show. It's pretty cool. And then this time of the night, I always have my Greek yogurt with granola and frozen berries bowl. This is like my staple every night. If you haven't tried it, you gotta do it. And then when I have more time, so like on non-softball nights, I usually try to do a little bit of stretching at night. I feel like that has, I'm getting old over here at 30 years old. So the stretching definitely helps, but also just a good way of kind of winding down and chilling out. And then, yeah, I'm normally in bed pretty early, like 9:30 is pretty typical for me. So on Friday and Saturday nights, I really try to avoid working and try to usually just like have that time off, hang out with family and friends. One thing that is weird, again, like I mentioned, is, I used to love love gaming at night, but now that it's kind of my job, it's usually the last thing that I want to do, and I want to just go do other stuff and be away from the computer. Sundays normally go to church in the morning, and then I'm usually very busy all day Sundays doing my client check-ins for personal training kind of the rest of the day. I will say I miss streaming at night, which is what I used to do the last time I made this video. I know it's a lot more convenient for a lot of people, you know, to attend those streams and stuff, but this schedule is just overall better for myself and also for my wife as well. I also just want to say thank you to my community and all the people who have supported me over the years. I am incredibly blessed to be in the position that I am today, and I wouldn't be here without the support and the generosity of a lot of you guys. So if you do enjoy Call of Duty content, your goal is to get better at the game and know what's, you know, the best guns and settings and loadouts to use, all that stuff, drop a like, subscribe. And if you're interested in educational health and fitness content, check out my TCaptainX channel, both on YouTube and Instagram. And if you're really serious about improving your health and fitness, reach out to me about one-on-one online personal training. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.